Knock knock. Who's there? Orangutan adjacent. I'm sorry, sir, we don't serve your kind here.
No. You have been warned. Let the demonetization process begin!
Let's talk about the incident at the Red Hen in Shenandoah. So, what happened? Well, in the press secretary's own words, direct from the bastion of all nuclear hot takes and the fact haven of the blue-checkered marked gods that live among us, last night I was told by the owner of the Red Hen in Lexington, Virginia, to leave because I work for her at POTUS, and I promptly left. Her actions say far more about her than about me. I always do my best to treat people, including those I disagree with, respectfully, and will continue to do so. Now, said owner of the restaurant herself explained to WashPo, yes, the impartial, unbiased news Jesus that is bringing down your favorite alt-right YouTubers and the entire site itself since 2016. Am I right? Quote, I'm not a big fan of confrontation, Wilkinson told the Post. I have a business, and I want the business to thrive. This feels like the moment in our democracy when people have to make uncomfortable actions and decisions to uphold their morals. Wilkinson had no regrets about her decision. I would have done the same thing again, she said. We just felt there are moments in time when people need to live their convictions. This appeared to be one of them. Now, I wonder what those convictions would be, what moral outrage merits kicking a woman and 7 other of her willing-to-pay for service party members out of an establishment that they just wanted to dine at for the evening. What moral qualms can one have with such a heinous action as dining with people in public? Quote, and she knew, she believed that Sarah Huckabee Sanders worked in the service of an inhumane and unethical administration, that she publicly defended the president's cruelest policies, and that could not stand. Several Red Hen employees are gay, she said. They knew Sanders had defended Trump's desire to bar transgender people from the military. This month, they had watched her evade questions and defend a Trump policy that caused migrant children to be separated from their parents. Tell me what you want me to do. I can ask her to leave, Wilkinson told her staff. She said, they said yes. Oh, that's right. Politics. Her politics are the issue. Her job is the issue, not the fact that she wasn't disturbing any of the other patrons, not that she wasn't making a scene, nothing except that she believed in something different to you. In a sense, ideological discrimination. She said she doesn't like confrontation. Well, she quite literally did the exact thing in contrast in order to attract mobs of that very thing that she does not like. Quite honestly, this could qualify for an almost subcategory under the umbrella of what is considered the Streisand effect. That obvious backfire of fortune aside, I'd just like to remind everyone that while you may very well have had all the best intentions in the world for whatever the hell that's worth, intentions pave the roadway to hell and all that jazz, you have essentially performed a grave miscalculation in your action. We live in a capitalist society, and while you very well can refuse service to anyone for any reason under the sun, you might want to be discriminatory about who it is you're discriminating against. Savvy. While protected classes are protected by the law, as well as cell phone reporters and the outraged internet, political figures are also protected by cell phone reporters and the rage of the internet, as you very well found out much later. The backlash for making such a crucial error in judgment was immense, from your Yelp reviews to getting doxxed. Now, I don't condone such actions, but people, what you have to understand is that in today's culture, quite literally, people in their everyday lives revel in the phenomenon of the week and whatever it is that they can be most outraged over. I've felt it many a times in the past. You are just another in a long line of controversies. Do you remember Starbucks? Basically the exact same thing. Both establishments had every right to ask the people to leave their place of business, and both were turned into the next Rosa Parks initiative. The only difference is that with Starbucks, that was store policy. With you, it was to avoid confrontation with someone you don't agree with on a fundamental level. A word of advice for those of you business owners who would rather not be splashed across the headlines of next week's news cycle. Keep your head down and your opinions to yourself. Do your job to the best of your ability and don't offend anyone. Leave that business to people like me, alright? Now, that being said, I'd like to address the outraged internet masses. My expectations of you are in fact very low. Lower than dirt, actually. But one would think that you could at least throw your rage at the correct restaurant, not unfortunate non-involved third parties, not even in the correct state. What's worse, being willfully ignorant or an idiot on the internet? Because you yakadoos are towing the line like a fucking tap dancer, and it would be enjoyable to watch if it weren't aimed at the wrong fucking people. Now, for the third party I would like to ridicule, Riley J. Dennis. Riley, what hot take have you got for us this week? Fuck every spineless Democrat who's out there like, please be nice to the big evil orange man with his boot on your throat. Maybe he'll let up a little if we're polite. Get out of the way and make room for some actual leftists. But Riley, I thought the left was the party of peace. That non-aggression principle when discussing ideas can't just apply to Nazis and alt-righters. It needs to apply to everyone. Otherwise, it doesn't exist for anyone. Expect from others the same things you would expect of yourself. That's the basic principle of equality, and hence the golden rule. The amount of panty-bunching in modern politics, the people who take offense too easily, and the constant buzzing of people all too willing to talk out of their asses, but, only to the people they agree with, so that no one can tell them their shit stinks, is not to my liking. It's not productive, and it does in fact make things worse. I think that's all I have to say on the matter. If you like my content here, you like what I'm doing on the channel, please consider checking out the links in the description to all of my, pay pig shill shenanigans, my Patreon, my Teespring, and my Amazon. If maybe you like what I'm doing here, but not necessarily that much, that's totally fine. You can always like, comment, share, and subscribe for more if you feel like it. Peace, bitches.